So whether you're on a student visa, you're an asylum seeker, you're on a work visa, if you do any of these things I'm about to share, you will be deported. Yes, you will be subjected to removal from the United Kingdom. If you want to know the details, stay tuned. So the UK Immigration Minister, Sir Robert Jenrick, has stated recently that individuals who incite racial hatred and violence while on asylum or on any visa status in the country will be subject to removal. What does it mean to incite racial hatred? So incite means the act of encouraging, the act of promoting or instigating behaviors that lead to racial discrimination. Example is hate speech, example is sharing of extremist content, example is violent demonstrations, all those things. If you're found doing any of these, you will be deported from the UK. It doesn't matter the kind of visa you are on. And he was quite serious about this. And somebody might wonder, where from all this suddenly? Well, this is it. So Jenrick's call for deportation of foreign nationals comes into the context of recent events. We know the whole Israel-Gaza conflict, where he condemned those foreign nationals defending the actions of Hamas and inciting anti-Semitic rhetoric during protests. Okay, so apparently ever since the whole Israel-Gaza conflict started, the UK has seen an increment in hate crimes. Okay, there's been a significant increment in hate crimes and incidents. So this is it. They said the Community Security Trust reported a whopping 324% increase in anti-Jewish hate incidents, with 89 incidents compared to the same period in the previous year. Interestingly as well, Islamophobic incidents in London have also seen a rise, with an organization monitoring anti-Muslim attacks reporting 400 incidents between October 7th and October 24th. So just within about 3 weeks, there's been over 400 Islamophobic incidents. Okay, so it looks like the whole Israel-Gaza conflict is bringing a lot of, anti-Jewish, anti-Islam, discriminations and incidents and violence around. And then they know that some of these things, they are perpetuated or they start from some of these hate speeches or encouragement of negative things. And that is why they are saying that obviously for a safer UK, if you do any of these things that can lead to any of these violence acts, you will be deported. And so obviously this is to discourage racial hatred and to discourage violence and maintain a safe environment in the UK. So because of that, because they have seen that ever since this Gaza-Israel conflict started, there's been an increment in all these racial and religious hate and discrimination and violence. So now, if you are seen engaging in encouraging or making a hate speech or anything that can lead to any of those things, you will be deported. But with all this, the part that I want you to note carefully is this part. It says that this extends to social circles and on social media too. He emphasized that visitors to the UK who engage in such behavior would have their visas revoked and be required to leave the country, including international students and workers on UK visas and those on asylum. So nobody has been left behind. International students, those on work visas, those on visit visas, and even those seeking asylum, if you engaged in any of these. And he included social media. Okay, so that's a part where people feel safe because they think, oh, it's only a WhatsApp group with only people from my country, so nothing is going to happen. Let me just speak my mind. And probably what you are stating there is an example of a hate speech, and that could lead you in trouble. So this video is proudly sponsored by Lemfi. Yes, Lemfi. You can send money using Lemfi if you're in the UK, Canada, or the US to about 10 different African countries with no transfer charges. Absolutely no transfer charges. And it's a known fact that Lemfi has the best rates when it comes to transferring money. With Lemfi, you actually get value for your money, and the person gets the money almost immediately when you send it. You can send money from UK, Canada, or the US using Lemfi to Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, Tanzania, Rwanda, Cameroon, Senegal, Ivory Coast with zero fees. Honestly, zero fees. Ever since I discovered it, that's what myself and my family have been using, and it's been very reliable. I've never had any issues with it. And even if you have any issues, their customer support is going to sort out your issues immediately. You can download Lemfi, whether you use an Android, whether you use an iOS, with a link in the description. And for your first transfer above £100, if you use the referral code Nanelle, you get 10% of the money you're transferring back. Yes, 10% cashback. So when you say £100, you get £10 back. When you say £200, you get £20 back. And even after that, you can generate your own referral code and share with your friends and family, your group chats. And then anytime somebody uses your code, you get a referral bonus as well. Yes, so don't forget to send money using my referral code. Okay, thank you so much, Lemfi, for sponsoring today's video. Do you not think that there's nobody there, so nobody's gonna see? We have artificial intelligence in place that can easily scan and put you in trouble. And remember that there's been several instances in the UK where what people said in a group chat led to their being jailed. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. There's a story of a black boy in Manchester. This was a very inspirational young guy, black guy, obviously. This guy was invited to Parliament to address the MPs at a point. Very inspirational, young, intelligent young man. And this guy is currently in jail, facing, I think, about 8 years imprisonment. And what did he do? And this was as a result of something he posted on a Telegram group chat. Okay, let me just read the headline so you can see. So, fury in Manchester as black teenagers jailed as a result of a Telegram chat. Okay, so, and this is a Telegram chat where there was no police member as part of the group, but it was later used against them. So you have to be careful what you are writing. Will it be considered as incitement of racial hatred? Is it a hate speech towards a particular religious group? Be careful when these topics come up. Even if you think you understand the conflict and you think you know who's right and who's wrong, be careful what you are stating in that group chat, on social media, on TikTok, on Twitter is not considered hate speech. Okay, just be careful, guys, because according to the UK laws, they actually have the rights to do that when you do some of these things. And he also added that there's been instances where people were glorifying terrorist activities and promoting anti-Semitism. He stated that individuals spreading hate and division in the UK have no rights to be there, and visas for foreign nationals engaging in such behavior will be revoked. Okay, so guys, be very careful. And let me also point out, it is important to note that expressing support for, let's say, Palestinian cause or displaying, let's say, the Palestinian flag in isolation does not constitute a criminal offense. Okay, and then they said that current laws grant British authorities the right to revoke visas for students, visitors, and workers on grounds of national security if their presence is detrimental to the public welfare. And that is how your simple 3-word sentence can be interpreted. So guys, be careful. And I thought this was very important to share, especially some of us, we feel so safe in group chats and we say whatever we say, and don't think you cannot be tracked with AI when you say some of these things against any religion. Okay, so be careful, guys. So obviously you can show support for Palestine or whatever, post their flag or whatever, and that is not a criminal offense. You can say I stand with whatever, that is not a criminal offense, but nothing with hate speech, nothing to promote violence, nothing to show hatred of any kind. So that is where you have to be very, very careful. Okay, you are being monitored. Careful. I hope you learned something. Thank you.